Hi, I'm Hazel. It's Saturday today, which makes it time to sit down and catch up on the WoW news of the week, what I have been up to, and highlight a hopefully helpful add-on. This week, Blizzard announced Legion Remix properly with a WoWcast episode and a companion blog post. I will link both in the description below, but I want to kind of highlight the main takeaways and headlines from the announced information here. First of all, things they didn't say, there is no official release date. They did not commit to a date for this yet, although speculation, data mining, and the previously released timelines say it's pretty safe to expect this in October. Hello! How you doing? Content they announced for Legion Remix includes playing through class order halls again. You'll be able to get your artifact weapon again, but instead of doing your old artifact weapon tree, you'll be able to spec it into one of 5 trees. Isn't that exciting? It's time for me to take him for a walk, and I wanted to record this first so my makeup doesn't get fried by the rain, and he has issues with that. I'll make it quick, miss, I promise. We're also getting Time Worn Keystone, so they're bringing Mythic Plus to Remix this time around, with the old Legion affixes returning, and then a couple of brand new ones as well. And they also mentioned Heroic World Tier, kind of like a challenging option for open world content with better rewards that should be pretty hard, especially at first. So that seems cool. I like that they announced daily goals you can choose between for a daily quest, and then being able to bank up to 6 of them so that if you can only play once or twice a week, you can still get lots of bronze and remix and get the stuff you're looking for. Speaking of bronze, they have announced this time, I know, buddy, that bronze is for cosmetics only. They have taken all of the gear upgrades, and those will just drop as upgrades from content. They have separated out the bronze and the cosmetic purchases from the power, so you no longer have to choose which one you want to prioritize. You can do both. And as far as cosmetics that you'll be able to get, there's some really cool stuff that they previewed. They showed these Fel-infused class mounts for original Legion classes. We saw these 3 in the preview. I'm sure there are more. For everything except for Evoker, because Evokers weren't a thing in Legion, and I'm guessing it would have been a whole big problem to try to put them in with their own class hall and stuff. I really like the look of this Elven-themed robe transmog that they previewed in the WoWcast. I think this one is gorgeous. Can't wait to get that. Other things that they're adding, 5 new character slots are coming when they add Remix. You don't have to play Remix to enjoy those, but if you're kind of captain characters and worried about how you're going to make time runners, they're giving you 5 more slots. And they're doing it as a phased release this time, so they're going to add a new wave of content every 2 weeks, kind of taking some inspiration from how they've done some classic launches. This should theoretically give people time to sort of soak it in without feeling rushed. You don't have to complete every raid from the very beginning. And then there will be at least a month, if not a little bit more time at the end, once all the phases are available, for people to play all of the content at once. So if you're not feeling the time gating, you could just procrastinate until all of it is out, and then you'll have a month, which should be enough time to get everything you're looking for. I'm stoked about this. It sounds fun. I'm hoping that you do not need to play through each class order hall campaign in order to collect everything. Nothing that they said sounded like that you would. I'm assuming that most of the cosmetics you'll be able to get just off the vendor, so I'm hoping that we don't have to make one of each class in order to fully enjoy Remix, unless you wanted to, unless you really wanted to play through all those class order halls again. So fingers crossed for that. I'm really excited about the tiered release as well, because assuming that there are other things in regular WoW that we're wanting to play at the same time, having just one phase every 2 weeks, I feel like maybe it'll be easier to kind of get everything that you wanted to do in Remix done for your week, so that you can then switch back over to your regular game and do your stuff there, because I'm sure they're going to try to pin it in a dead time between patches, but do we have dead time between patches anymore? I guess I'm worried about burnout. But maybe that's a me problem, I don't want to blame them for making too many fun things to do, because that just seems mean. Other news that we heard about this week, in that Remix post, they kind of snuck in a detail at the end about Turbo Boost coming back to WoW for patch 11.2.5 for retail. Last patch, Turbo Boost meant the Dinars, Turbo Boost meant the extra upgrade tracks on our gear, so I'm assuming that's what they're doing again. We'll have to see. They didn't drop a lot of details, but that'll be nice to have. And in my life this week, I am moving. This is my last news video from this apartment. I'm going to be streaming this weekend like normal, and then I want to do a cute little Tuesday morning stream, right around when Blizzard launches the midnight thing at Gamescom, so we can watch that on stream together. That'll be kind of a Tuesday bonus stream, but then I'm gone because I have to give my router back and put all my stuff in boxes that isn't already in boxes until most likely the following Saturday. So next week's news video may be a little bit of a question mark. I will do what I can and should be back to streaming that weekend, although who's to say what the room's going to look like? We'll have to figure that out. There's no rush, right? Just got to get into the new place. You don't got to get it all perfect right away. This week, I want to take time to show an add-on highlight. I was using this quite a bit towards the end of Undermine cosmetic farming. This one is called Buy 'em All. And what this does is it gives you more options for when you want to kind of bulk purchase things on a vendor. So sometimes you might go to buy something from a vendor and it'll only let you buy up to 1 stack's worth, or maybe it makes you confirm every time you want to buy a thing. And Buy 'em All can bypass that and let you introduce your own amount of thing that you want to buy. So you can choose to buy the maximum amount that they will let you. You can choose to buy 1 stack. You can enter a certain amount of stacks. This recently came in super handy for me because I was trading in the bottles that you get from scrap digging and Undermine. I was trading in gunk-covered thingies. I was trading in market research. And for all of those things, it's way easier for it to just tell the game to just give me as much as you can than it is to kind of like individually try to spam and confirm each purchase. So that one is Buy 'em All. I will link it in the description as usual, and I hope, if that's a problem that you have, that it helps you. And that's been the week. Thanks for watching. Wish me luck on the move. I'm very excited, very proud of myself, very stressed out, not sleeping good. Hopefully that gets better, but it's going to be fine, and I'll see you on the other side. Thanks for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.